Hello and welcome. These are horse racing selections for Friday, the 10th of February. I am Flat Cap Callum and I'm hoping you are all very, very well. Well, we do need something to change again. Last week we went in nicely Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We changed the tide, we got ourselves in profit. And then the last few days of videos have gone right back down again. In terms of percentage loss, heavy the last 4 days. So Saturday, Sunday, and Wednesday, Thursday. Figures are not looking in great shape again for this year. Clearly, History Channel, we're fine. This year, though, not so great. February is in profit, so we're nicely in profit still for February. But because January was such a bad month, we're now sort of back in a little bit of deficit. So we're knocking around the minus £25 for the year mark. Nobody should have hopefully lost their bank on that, but minus £25 for the year is want to be in profit, guys. It's 9th of February. Last year it was a bit stop and start and stuff, and it wasn't really. We didn't really start hitting bigger stuff until we kind of got to April. Really, first £100 win was the end of February, and then it wasn't. We didn't really get the big uns until we got like July, August, September, October, December. So it was sort of mid to latter part of the year. Not saying that's what it's going to wait until then, and all come back in the summer for a party, but. It's not feeling fun at the moment, and part of this is supposed to be fun. So I appreciate, outside of the tips, most people appreciate the banter, the preamble, the ramble, the comments, all the rest of it, and that is lovely. But I'm just sharing with you, I am finding it a little bit painful at points, because not going my way. I'm doing the same things I do on selections, and the results aren't going my way. It will turn. It always turns. And if you've watched the channel since we began, it will always turn. But we kind of just need something, I feel, like to kickstart the year. And it felt like we got a little bit of momentum last week, and then it's gone off again. Clearly, we only bet half stake today, and we bet 3/4 stake the day before. So it's not like the end of the world. Just getting a bit niggled by it, to be honest. And I'm also conscious because I've done like extra videos this week for Cheltenham. Like, some people are literally going to be sick of the sight of me. So get our video out, and then we're into a normal weekend. And then next week's the only other week where there's two anti-post Cheltenham videos going out, one on here and one on free bets. Then the following 2 weeks after that, there's one's on free bets, not on here. And we had a conversation about doing some Cheltenham content. I agreed. I'm happy with what I worked out with, kind of how it's different and what I'm focusing on. It's sort of, there is a lot of videos churning out with my face on. That's all I'm really conscious of. Like, I don't want to be like that guy that's just getting really annoying because he's everywhere, and particularly when it's all right if I was tipping great tips everywhere. At the moment, it's not been so hot. So right, well. Going to do some Friday bets. I mean, that's what I'm here for, isn't it? You don't need to hear about my woes. You just want to hear if I've got anything for Friday, and more importantly, if it's any good. So Friday, normal stake day, £20. We've got £20. It was one of them. It was slightly between 20 and 25, and I've rounded it down. So you'll see there's some slightly smaller staked bets in there. On balance, I was happier to put it as a £20 day rather than a £25 day. £20 day, 5 bets. 140 at Southwell is the first one. Done it a little bit differently, and there's got, for those of you like a bit of interest and variety, that is you're good for Friday, because it's 2 different stake late lucky 15s. It's 1 Yankee, that's each way Yankee, 1 combination double, and 1 win trixie. So we've got a bit of variety out there across those bets. Haven't got a lot of massive prices. I've got 150 to 1 shot. 128, and a lot of the rest of it is lower by my standards. I'm happy to put them out there. That I still believe there's value in there, but for those of you like loads of big prices, I haven't got that for Friday. Despite the fact that I would say that Southwell looked like it should be my kind of day on paper. I've gone through it, and the classified races in there, I just was like, they're not great. betting structure markets, but also there's nothing really kind of stand out. So, you could argue a case for why you'd put in like an 8-1 shot or whatever. And not in those quality races, it's the margin is not really there because you get such funny results sometimes. So, anywho, right, what did we do Thursday? 42 pence back from £10 is what I got. If you got bog, then you'd have done a few pence more than that. But in essence, we had 3 disappointing ones: Ardemir, Estes Marvel, Melody King. One faller, I would say unfortunate. I think the horse that won kind of did jump in front at the last. I don't know if Romeo Brown would have got there, but he can be a bit dogged, even if the last 2 times he's not ended up completing the race. And then that left us with White and Blue, which ran a really good race, and it went 1-3 in running, so it really looked like it was going to hold on. And then old boy Tathmeen comes and nabs him, and another one went past too, so it only finished third at 14-1. That was the extent of Thursday's bets. So I'll go through what we got for Friday, and a very small mention if anyone's done the golf bet. It wasn't a very big bet, and it's only really just got started, but we'll mention that. So Friday, what have we got? Unusually for me as well is I've mixed the meetings around in the bets. So rather than just to explain this before I go through it, rather than say I've got a Dundalk special, which I haven't, I had bits in every meeting except Kempton. Nothing at Kempton I liked, but other meetings I've kind of got bits. So I've kind of structured it a different way, but each of the main 3 bets ends with a leg at Dundalk. So they all end at Dundalk. So if it's gone well in the afternoon, we'll be looking towards Dundalk to try and finish us off. If it's gone badly, I've got a Chelmsford win Trixie saver bet. That's what you want, isn't it? That's what you needed for Friday to remedy the situation this week. So 140 Southwell, the Tron. That's one of my favourite 2 races. My favourite race for value is actually that race. So 140 Southwell, the Tron 18s. 420 Southwell, Brave Display 17-2. Then the big price there, 530 Meydan. Watch out, there's quite a few bookies that are paying 4 places on that. It's only 11 runners. It's not just Sky. Paddy, Coral both priced up for 11 runners. They're paying 4 places. One non-runner, I imagine they'll both go down, whereas Sky Bet are the ones that will hold to 4 places, even if there's a couple of non-runners. I think the others, Paddy and Coral, won't. But I think that race is a lot more open than the betting structure would have you believe, and I think Mangiers is absolutely the value play in there. I think that's got potential to be a lot better than 50-1. So yeah, that's my value for the day, albeit it's a listed race. So normally I'd be putting my value horses of the day in not class company, but there we go. So Mangier, 530 Meydan. Interestingly, Meydan is where we've been all right. The last 2 visits to Meydan. So we had a visit on Sunday, and we had a 16-1 winner and a nothing. On Friday, we had 2 in the same race, 12-1 winner and 20-1 place. So it's gone all right, Meydan, the last 2 visits. Let's see if we can carry that on. Then 630 Dundalk, Leah Beland, 12-1. It's a 20p each way, lucky 15. 40p each way single on Mangier, the big price of the day. 680 is the bet. And the important thing here, for those of you who've got choice about your bookmaker, Coral, at the time of making this video, the same place terms as Sky for this. So they are 4 places on all 4 races. So my recommendation is you do it on Coral and you get your bog rather than Sky. If you've only got Sky, then it's the same place terms, but you won't get bog. So Coral's the best place for bet 1. Then we've got bet 2, small estate, lucky 15. We've got 140 Southwell, Latin 5, 28s. 2 o'clock Meydan, Felix, 10-1. 5:15 Chelmsford, 12 storming in, 12-1. Hopefully it will. 7 o'clock Dundalk, Ginsberg, 17-2. Just a 16 pence each way, lucky 15s. 480 is your bet. Sky best, 365 Coral next best. Flag on that neither of those are extra places. The only reason that I've put Sky ahead is they get paying 5 there, not 4. Everyone else is standard. Everyone's standard terms in those ones. Most bookies are 4 there, and most bookies are 4 there, not Paddy. So yeah, there's not much in it, but it's slightly Sky favourable. And then we go combination double. These are my preferred 2 for the combination doubles. So it's an early doors one. So these are my first 2 races. 140 Southwell, The Tron and Latin 5, 18s and 28s, going on to 2 o'clock Meydan, Zaman and Felix, both at 10s, 4 times 28p, so it's 4 times 25p each way doubles. Sky Best, because you're getting 5 places there and 4 there for everybody. What I would say is those prices, someone like 365 at the moment, what time I'm doing the video, weren't as good prices. They were both single figures on those two, so worth shopping around to see if you can make sure you get 10 to 1 on both of those. That's bet 3. Then bet 4 is the Yankee. So as I said, I've kind of rounded down the stakes to 20 quid. So it's up to you whether you want to do a standard lucky 15. It's not a terrible bet to do that on. I've just kind of got some shorter prices in here, so I'm happy to not worry about the win element of the bet. 2 o'clock, sorry, not the win, the single bit. Clearly I would like them to win, the single bit. 2 o'clock Meydan, Zaman 10 to 1, 220 Bangor, Eclair de Guy 13 to 2, 435 Bangor, Esme Shelby 12 to 1, and 730 Dundalk. We've taken that before. Gumama 7 to 1, 20p each way. Yankee 440 is your bet. Sky Best 365 or Coral next best. That's bet 4. And then yes, very very unusually, generally and for a Friday and whatever, it's a Chelmsford win trixie. So yeah, did a win combination bet last week. That was the only one I did, and the week before, I think we had 2 win trixies and we had a couple of winners. They were slightly profitable. So yeah, I was happy to do that. So that's our saver bet tonight. 6.15 Chelmsford Engray 5s, 6.45 Chelmsford Dream for Gold 10 to 11. It's the short one in there. But yeah, I was debating, do I do a double on and just leave it like that? It gives you a little bit more chance of some sort of return. So it's a safer way of doing it in some respects, albeit there's a reason about horses in that race for a basically even money favourite. 8.15 Channel Packet 4 to 1, 50p win trixie. So you want a bog bookie for that one. For the channel, those are prices I've got, so I put it on the night before, so those are my prices. If they drift, I don't benefit from that for the channel because it's the night before. £2 is your stake for that. All right, that's that. And very brief word on the golf, because I don't think there's a huge amount to report. Where we find ourselves in, Martin Laird didn't do so well, so he's 4 over. Russell Knox is level par through 6, and Danny Lee's just got going. So yeah, in terms of this is Russell Knox to come top GB in Ireland. Nobody streets ahead in that market so far. 1-2 under is the best, so he's sort of in and around the right place. Long way to go. And then Danny Lee's going to have to put in a shift at the moment, because Canadians dominate the top of the market, and but 3 of them are at the time of doing the video, and they are in the rest of the world market. So we need Danny Lee to have a good start on that one. All right, that is me. I will be back. No videos Friday. Yeah. You got a break. You got a break from me. No videos Friday, and then I'll be back on Saturday. The freebets.com video will be out early doors, sort of 8:30, 9 o'clock as usual. And then later on Saturday morning, I've got my own vid coming out for this channel. All right. Hopefully everybody is still with the schedule, and yeah. hopefully all these videos are worth it, and we churn out some profitable stuff from it. But there's no guarantees in this game, folks. The only guarantee is I'll be back Saturday morning trying again. That's not a guarantee, is it? No. Let's say that, because at some point in the future, let's be honest, I will have to stop and whatever. That day will come at some point, but it's not this weekend. All right, that's me. Thank you very much. Thank you for all the support, even when it's not been so strong this start of this year. It's much appreciated. I really genuinely appreciate the loyal following that I've built up, which is full of lovely, nice people. So thank you very much. All right, I will see you on Saturday. Enjoy your Friday. Thank you very much. Bye bye.